Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your weekly advice readings for the week starting March 13th, 2017. And this is going to be a tarot and psychic messages for the week. You have your work and finance tarot readings for the week, and so I wanted to make sure that you also have a general tarot reading for the week for those of you who are not necessarily interested, okay, in just work and finance. It's going to be a general reading, okay, so several areas of life that we're going to be looking at briefly, okay. Since these are weeklies, in order to be able to keep them up, I need to keep them rather short because they do take a lot of time, so that's why they're a little bit shorter. But we are also incorporating the psychic messages, the channeled messages, in this weekly. So for the general weeklies, we're going to have a tarot portion and then the channeling portion. And this way you should have something to relate to if you relate better to tarot, or if you relate better to channeling. Hopefully you'll have everything you need in this video to give you an idea of what's coming up for you in the week. Of course, as usual, these are general readings, so they're not going to apply to everybody watching, or not in the same way. The tarot may apply, the psychic messages not so much, or the psychic messages make sense, but the tarot doesn't apply for you this week, okay? Anything's possible, so try and keep an open mind. Also, make sure to watch your moon and rising sign readings for additional insight. They may give you additional messages as to what may be coming up for you in the week, and so they may resonate better with you than your sun sign at times when it comes to general readings. Of course, if you need more guidance that is specific to just you, all the links to my website for private readings are in the description box below. And we are running special offer readings at this time, so it would be a good time to check them out if you're interested in a private reading. Okay, so that being said, let's have a look at what the week has in store for each of the signs. I hope you enjoy your readings, that you have a wonderful week. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you again really soon. Take care. Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the week of the 13th of March. Let's look at what is going on for you. So in your current situation, you do have the Ace of Cups reversed. With the Ace of Cups reversed here, there could be a diminishing of love, so trouble with relationships, or trouble with friendships, okay, or dealings with, those close to you, where there is an emotional involvement. There could be trouble there. For others of you, this could be false love. So for some of you, you're not opening up to another person, you're not offering your love to another person, and for others, this is not accepting a love offer, turning it down, kind of just letting that cup pour out, okay. So for some of you, that's what's going on. For others, this could be delays with a move, or delays in the process of buying a home. It could also be an offer that falls through. So the message here is try to have plan B, and really try not to get your hopes too high, you know what I mean, without having plan B, because there may be something that falls through. This is not going to be a complete shock to you. So I feel like if there is a possibility for something to fall through, you already know, okay, you're either feeling like something's not quite right, or you shouldn't quite trust the situation, or you could be saying things like, don't count your chickens before the eggs hatch, or something like that, you know what I mean? So you could be already telling yourself, or receiving guidance that, hold on, I'm going to celebrate when it's a sure thing. If you have that kind of attitude, then this is what that situation is for you, okay? And it's a good attitude to have, and you should be looking at plan B here, okay? What you should or could be doing, what you're advised to do in this situation. We have the Seven of Swords upright. So the Seven of Swords upright is a card that talks about strategizing. It's a card that talks about coming up with a plan. It's also a card that is asking you to take what you can out of the situation and cut your losses if it comes to that, okay? So not dwelling on it, not letting it throw you out of balance. Take what you can out of it, get your recover your investment, so to speak, and as much as you can, and just let it go, okay? Keep yourself moving. This is also, in terms of strategizing, it's having plan B. Have plan B. If this is a situation where you're not sure about a job, or you're not sure about a project going through or anything like that. Okay, the Seven of Swords is asking you to have that strategy, to have that plan B. And it could also be a situation where they're telling you, we don't know what to do about this, but we can't move it forward. And if you have plan B all set up, if you have an option in terms of how that could move forward, the message here is speak up, okay? Speak up, because you may get that project to move forward either way. The Seven of Swords here is also a card that talks about just pulling back gracefully, okay? If it is a situation where it's an unrequited love situation, whether you're offering it to someone and they're not having it, or you're rejecting someone's love or someone's offer, then the Seven of Swords here is a card that is saying, don't make things worse than they have to be. Just, don't kind of hold back from communicating with this person. Okay, you're going to make it worse. Just let it be for now. Just let it go for now. Again, cut your losses and just let the situation rest. You can decide what you want to do about it later. For now, it's better to just keep quiet. It's better to just rest. It's better to just leave things be, okay? If this is there's also an element of you need to keep things to yourself this week. Play your cards close to your chest, especially if it's to do with a home, looking for a new job, going for a promotion, because I feel that there's someone in your environment that you shouldn't be trusting necessarily, okay? And they may spill the beans on you. That's what I hear, okay? So just be mindful of that. And it's better to just keep things to yourself, okay? Keep things to yourself so that you don't miss on any opportunity, or someone else causes you to miss an opportunity, okay? What not to do, we do have the Eight of Swords reversed. Now the Eight of Swords reversed typically talks about moving on, new beginnings, freedom, okay, seeing things for what they are, facing the truth in a situation, taking control, taking action, making things happen, okay, as opposed to feeling stuck or feeling powerless. So in terms of what not to do here, the Eight of Swords is a card that is talking about, for some of you it's talking about don't get too cocky. That could be something really, really good for you this week. But I feel like if you get ahead of yourself and you start talking to people about it, there may be someone there who betrays your confidence, spills the beans on you, and it may cost you this opportunity. For those of you, the Eight of Swords, a card that is asking you not to push things, okay? It's almost saying put yourself in this quiet place. Put yourself in this place of solitude, okay, for the time being. It's better to be there, okay, especially if it's a situation where it's a delicate situation and you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Then the message here is just keep quiet for now, okay? Communication is only going to make things worse, is what I hear. And this could be involving an air sign person, so a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It's also a message in terms of if this is trouble and confusion within an existing relationship, then the message here is clear things up, make things clear, okay? Make things clear, that's what I'm seeing here. And if that means you're not so social for a while, or it's definitely revolving around jealousy for some of you. So if your partner is accusing you of anything, the best move here is to just keep yourself to yourself for a while. Not doing things to set your partner off or to give him reason to believe that they're right here. So it could be a case of voluntary isolation or voluntarily stepping back from a busy social life, okay? Further though, it is a message saying if this has been going on forever, then they do have that issue. They're clearly not working on it. And then the message here is don't miss out on opportunities because of your partner's jealousy, perhaps. Because I'm seeing a situation where you're talking to someone about business and they're looking at you and you're thinking that you're flirting with that person. And so they're going to say, you know, don't talk to that person anymore. If you do that, you're going to miss out on a good business opportunity to enable, really, your partner's jealousy, because it keeps it going. It doesn't solve it. It doesn't fix it. Okay? So for some of you, there's that message going on. It's going to be different for everyone, so you really take what applies to you. In the outcome position, we do have the Five of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands reversed, if you are dealing with especially situations to do with jealousy or any other trouble with relationships, the Five of Wands reversed talks about the resolution of that. Okay, it's a card that talks about, okay, no more trouble, no more turmoil, no more trying to prove who's right and who's wrong, and just letting things calm down. For others of you, the Five of Wands is a card that talks about making a choice. If you have a lot of different people coming at you, and this could be in a business sense where they want to work with you or they want to talk to you about business, or in a love sense, if you have a lot of different people competing for your attention, then I feel that by the end of the week, you're going to make your choice. You're going to pick one, or just kind of run away from the whole situation, run away from the whole competition thing, because maybe you don't want to make a decision. Maybe you don't want people competing for your attention to stop. Okay, that could be another message here. For others of you, this is just taking a step back. If you have been competing for someone's attention, and you know you've been offering them love, they have not been taking it, and they would rather see you compete for their attention, then the message here is you take a step back. You're no longer competing for their attention. You're no longer willing to be considered an option. And so you're just running away from the situation. You're walking away from the situation because it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you in an unhealthy place, making you feel bad about yourself, making you feel like nothing you do is right. And so you're just taking a step back from the whole thing. It's not worth it, okay? And this could be something you do, or it could be happening to you, okay? Is what I'm getting here. Let's look at your channeled messages. So this is your card. It is lead. So I'd like us to do the same thing we did last week, where we do a little meditation. We're breathing exercises. Meditate upon the card, where you take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, clear your mind, and then when you open your eyes, you just take the card in, let it speak to you. This is a great way to practice using your own intuition, and it's also a way for you to get a direct message and a personal message specific to you out of this general reading that may or may not apply, because you're opening up to your own guide so that they can speak to you directly, okay, by doing this. And you can pause the video on the card and meditate upon it for as long as you need to, really, in the week. Okay, so for some of you, what's going on is you're starting your own business, and that's why you need to be strategic about it. That's why you need to keep quiet about it until you have something to show for, until it's done and you can present it to the world. So it's a case of not getting ahead of yourself. It's a good idea though, so keep working on it. Just keep things to yourself. You don't know who you can trust at this point. For those of you, I feel like this is planning a takeover, whatever that means, okay? Planning a takeover. And you will be successful is what I hear if you play your cards right. For some of you, I feel like you've been, you went back to school, but you haven't told people about it, so it's kind of like a secret. And this is graduation week. It could be, you know, to further your education. It could be to just get an extra qualification. Finish a degree, okay, for some of you, going back to finish a degree. Taking a course, workshop, seminar, anything like that, okay. And I feel like this is graduation week. And you finally tell people what's been going on and why you've been so busy and why you just have not had time for them. And for some of you, it's actually going to mean restoring a friendship this way, or resolving a situation within a love relationship where, because you've been keeping this a secret, your partner kind of went off the deep end and thought you were hiding something else, okay? Or they weren't believing you necessarily when you told them that you're going to school. So now you have the paper to show them, okay, so to speak. For those of you, I feel like you've been secretly preparing to go for a bigger role, for a higher position. And so you made sure that you have all the degrees you need, all the qualifications you need. And this is the week where it's made official, you're going for it. And for some of you, I feel like, they literally don't have another candidate that is as good as you, okay? So that you're going to get the promotion, you're going to get that job. For those of you, this is a week where you do need to watch your back, especially at work, and in relationships though, because there's someone around who's trying to take your place. That's what I hear. There's someone around the situation that's trying to take your place, trying to take your job from you, or trying to take your partner from you, or your opportunities when it comes to love, okay? And unfortunately, this could be someone who was supposed to be a friend. So just keep your eyes open there, okay? Just forewarned is forearmed here. For those of you, this is about someone being caught, someone being found out. If they've been working on some sort of a sneaky strategy to take something that is not theirs, they get caught this week, they get found out. Someone could lose their job and you could fill in for them, okay? You could take that job. It could be some sort of a situation like that. And it's not, that you're doing it on purpose, okay? I'm not sure if it sounds that way or not. You're not getting them fired, basically. They're just getting found out, they're getting fired, and that just turns into an opportunity for you, okay? Because you receive an offer, because you're just the right candidate for it, okay? You're the best person for it. So you're not doing anything wrong here. Transparency is a message here. If you're applying for anything, make sure that you have everything you need in that file, everything they asked for. Don't leave anything out, or don't try to hide anything. They will find out. If you're declaring taxes or anything like that, make sure that you do it properly, because otherwise I feel like they will find out. They're going to audit you or something. They will find out. So transparency is key this week, and whatever happens, but you have to be correct, you have to be fair, you have to be honest here, especially in matters of business and money. For some of you, you are asked to make a choice this week. And it has to be you. You can't run away from it or let someone else make it for you. It has to be you. You have to take the lead on this, so to speak, and make that choice. And I feel like for some of you, it's something that's been kind of following you around for a while. You've been avoiding this for as long as you could. You have to make that choice this week. Because I feel like it's starting to get to you. You're not sleeping properly, or you're having nightmares, or you're having a lot of anxiety. To the point where it's starting to affect your well-being, your general state of well-being, starting to affect your work, your mood. So if that is the case, then you just need to make this choice and it will all go away. You have to choose what makes you happy at the end of the day, so don't put that much pressure on yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. This is a choice that is just up to you. So just make it about you. And it's going to be easier for you to make that choice. For some of you, I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm having voice troubles, excuse me, and I haven't had this in other readings, so that tells me that it's a message for you. You need to speak up, okay? You need to speak up. Or this is a week where you have the opportunity to clear a block in your throat chakra. By communicating and being honest with yourself and others, that's how you clear that block. You do have to speak up this week, all right? It's really, really important because it's starting to affect your health. I also hear face your feelings. Face your feelings. So for some of you, you're running away from your feelings about a situation or about a person. You can't keep doing that. Like I say, it's catching up with you. This is the week to face your feelings. This is the week to let someone know what's what. Okay, if you love them, then you love them. If you don't, then you don't. But you have to let this person know. Same thing in a friendship situation or any other interaction. If someone hurts your feelings, if someone offends you, this is the week to say, you know, professionally and diplomatically, I'm sorry that hurt my feelings, or I'm sorry that wasn't called for, or whatever, you know what I mean? But clear things up. You do have to speak up as opposed to just running away from things or just letting things be, okay? It doesn't work anymore. Okay, so these are a few of the messages coming through for you this week. And you can see my voice is fine, so it's definitely a message for you guys and girls. I hope the messages make sense, and I hope that they help you. Thank you for joining me. I'm looking forward to your feedback, so do let me know what you think of the reading, if it applies to you, how it applies to you, okay? If it doesn't, watch your moon and rising sign. Always watch your moon and rising sign readings for extra messages or messages that resonate better with you at a certain time in a certain week or month. But I hope that you have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me once again, and I'll talk to you again real soon, okay? Take care.